Alright, so we're ready to do the battery install on this sucker. I don't know how the skies are going to cooperate. It might start raining, but we'll see what we can do here. So let's get the hatch open. And well, what have we there? Nice little Optimus spiral battery, $250. And basically what we're going to do is remove all this stuff from in here, so get some access. Yes, this piece is already gone because as you can see I'm changing out the tail lights, and at that time we're going to also replace the tail light on this side because we're going to be working on this side of the car today. And there it is. Okay, so here we are again to give this another shot. It started raining and the skies don't look too good, so we'll see what we can get done. Let's get this battery in there, and we're going to put in this Optimus spiral battery to replace it. So I guess let's get to work. Okay, so, well, it started raining, and I guess we're going to see if we can sit out here like a little awning. Unbelievable. Anyway, so this is what we're going to be taking apart first. This cover comes off simple enough, and once you get underneath there, we'll be taking different parts off of here. Alright, so I guess we're going to do this in the rain. Made a little canopy here, and I think the two best things to be working with are beer and electricity and water. No, wait, that's three things. Alright, so we're going to get into this little compartment in here, and hopefully I've got all the tools I need to do this because I really don't feel like going out there. So let's have at it. That was easy enough. Hey, look at that. Even though I bought this car used, yeah, it's kind of fallen off, but usually this piece right here, this cover piece, it's normally not here because it gets lost. So that's nice that that's still here. Just go ahead and remove that now. Alright. Let's see. What we're going to do, a lot of other videos, they'll go in here and try to reach in here and get these bolts from hidden behind this panel, but here's the thing, we're going to be replacing this tail lamp anyway in the same step, so I'm going to remove these two panels, or two fasteners rather. I'm going to start with this one. It's a standard 10mm. Just think, if I can do this like half drunk in the rain, you could definitely do this at home. Shout out to Rich from Rich Rebuilds. Hey man, what's going on? You're my hero. Alright. I've also decided that, just like Rich named his car Dolores, the Tesla that he's working on, or rather fixed the flooded Tesla, his very first rebuild. And that's of course after the Android in Westworld. I'm kind of a Blade Runner fan, so this is going to be called Prius, you know, Prius, because it's kind of, you know, nice looking on the outside, but Prius was actually a really tough robot, and you know, that's kind of like how this car is, you know. All right, let's see if you can see what I'm doing here. Take my shades off. I can't see the camera. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. That's cool. I got no budget right now, you know, with 24 subscribers. It's not like camera operators are lining up and saying, oh hey, can I like help you with your show and stuff. I'm just doing this because I'm bored, you know. That's right, rain a little harder. Yeah, it's been raining here pretty much constantly. You're going to want to work off these two lockdown bolts again, trusty 10mm, just like everything else here. Yeah, pretty much I'm doing this for fun, but getting back to the rain, it's just been raining like crazy here in the last month. I've regraded my driveway about 10, 12 times since that. Every time it washes out and I keep putting it back in. Just like those people in the Tornado Alley, they keep rebuilding their houses and you're looking at them like maybe you ought to move, you know? Maybe after you rebuild your house for the 6th time, you might want to consider moving, but I don't know. I guess they must like it there. Don't worry, we're close to done here. More nut here. Alright, we're probably going to speed this next part up when I edit. That part right there is a panel pop, so don't worry about it. Just got to give it a good tug. And the back part of this just kind of slides forward. I have to wrestle it a little bit, but it's very flexible, so no problem. The bolt that'll go in the back. Alright, so there's like an extra little plastic pop in the back corner of this, and that was holding it back. So once we remove that, this just comes right out. We're just going to throw it in the front of the car. Alright, it's looking a little bit more ghetto in here. Alright, so what you got here, that's your HVAC duct that goes to the battery cooling and to the outside air breathe. So we're going to get rid of that. And these top modules here are going to go, the connectors here. So we're going to go ahead and pull these connectors. They're each going to have like little tabs underneath them. I just got to figure it out. There you go. I've never done this before. I just kind of saw some videos too and copied them. Alright, so this is your harness set. I'll move that over to the side. The HVAC duct looks like it's held on by a sheet metal and another sheet metal here. Hopefully also 10mm. They look like it. Oh, I love Japanese cars. Everything's fucking 10mm. Isn't that a bliss? One of the reasons back in the day when I was younger, I used to install car stereos, and boy, I used to hate working on American cars, but I loved those Japanese cars like the Hondas and the Toyotas of the 80s, 90s. They were just so easy to work on in comparison. Alright, so these we want to keep separate. Well, it's not like, you know, you're going to mix up a machine screw with a sheet metal screw. Alright, so this is going to come out here. This will be the last bolt. Yeah. Just needs a little bit more oomph. Oh, maybe if I turn this the right way and I'm actually loosening, I'd be doing a good job. I don't know. Oh, it is turning. I'm just impatient. Alright. Yeah. Just saying if it was still recording. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. So this one is actually a machine thing. So yeah, let's just use a different kind of fastener for each application. Interesting, Toyota. Alright, so now the duct will come right out. Just like that. So we're going to put this in a, well, it's going to go where everything else goes. 5-second beer break. We're almost there. I don't see too much more going on here. Alright. Well, I'll be able to see what kind of battery's in here. This looks like a Napa battery. We'll see it when it comes out. So it looks like this unit can stay here. So now we're moving on to the more traditional elements. I wonder if this is a 10mm also. Could I be that lucky? Oh, Toyota. I do love this. So, okay. So that's easy enough then. Alright, so that'll come right off of here. That'll take care of the positive terminal once we disconnect it from the car. Now, so it looks like I've got one here. I'm going to need like an adjustable wrench, and yeah, I'm going to need to take that. So either way, I'm going to need to get another wrench in here. So be right back on. All right, I had to get a extension and a 10mm wrench for the rest of it. Went ahead and pre-loosened the negative battery terminal one. That is really hard to get into, by the way, with this, so definitely remove that cover if you're going to do any battery surgery. I mean, you can see it took a little bit of extra headache, but having all this room to work in here, this is much better. And of course, we're going to do the light right here, so you know, got beer number 2, some new tools, and we're going to keep on going. This is the one that we needed the extension for. It's way down here, so I could get by with the little short stubby for everything else, but not this. Alright, it's down in there. I don't have a magnetic tip to take that out. So we're going to use that. Now we just got to loosen this one off here. It's almost finger. If I can get one more turn, I think I can just use my fingers to take this off. Alright, now once you have that off, here's the part where we're pulling the power from the car, so, ooh. Maybe we'll take the negative off first. Positive terminal's a bitch. Alright, we got that off in one piece. And we didn't lose the bolt. Alright, that's it. Except for the breather tube here. Disconnect that, and the old battery is ready to come out. Small battery, it's got some heft to it. Alright, let's see if we can get a date code on this thing. Well, it's not terribly old. It looks like June 2017, which means this battery was put in, well, right about a month before I bought the car. So, and this is basically a Napa generic battery, so this battery failed basically because this is not the right battery for this car. So that could be a good reason. I don't have a voltmeter on me, but we will test the battery, of course, because I want to see what's going on with it. Alright, here we are with the Optima battery. This is the correct battery for this car. You have two options when replacing a battery that are acceptable. One is the Toyota battery, which is, as I understand it, about $450. And this one was about $250. A little bit higher numbers on this. Cranking amp is 450. I think the Toyota battery is maybe in the 200-300 range, somewhere around there. But this is special technology in this one. You can mount this battery in any position and no issues with it. It does have this handle. Now this handle needs to be removed. You do not need to cut this off. All you need to do is basically just push down on it, and you can have it, the handle part down here, pop out. There we go. That's one side. That's the other side, and that's it. Already taken the caps off. Positive, negative. Drop this thing in here. Alright, might as well get the negative on there. Alright, so that's in. And then we're going to basically put this back reverse order. Alright, found my 10mm. Number 4, I believe. Alright, so what we're going to do is get that negative terminal tightened on there first. I don't know, I think it's so much nicer having this room to work in here. Even so, it's still a little bit tricky. Try to get the box end of it. Yeah. Alright. The box end will fit. It's just a little bit. You know, and you want it tight, but you don't have to gorilla the thing. There we go. It's good and snug on that side. Next, I'm going to put the positive terminal on there with all these hookup modules. That's pretty cool. You even got a 5 amp fuse in there. Not sure what that is right there. I don't know. Maybe is that a fuse? Looks like it could be a fuse. Very cool. Okay, so this rotates in this direction, I think. Nope, had it right the other way. Okay. So this is going to go down in here, and it's probably a good idea to get that bolt in there. We need our extension socket for this one. And what you can do is you can just hold that down there on it and keep that bolt from going in. Right now I'm just eyeballing it down there, and I see it making contact, so we can start tightening it back on. Just want to get it threaded in first. Alright, feels good. And then we're going to get the other side on before we make that too tight, and boom, just hooked up the positive wire. And in fact, just to keep this thing steady, we're going to go ahead and tighten that on. Alright. Now we can go ahead and torque this down. Just until it gives a little bit of resistance. It's still kind of rainy. Alright, that's getting a little bit snug, so we're going to find that nut. And we're going to put the nut back on. Probably get the first section of it like this, and then we'll finish up with the wrench. And that's the hold down nut. Once again, if that panel was here, you know, how are you going to do this? It's going to be a pain. So definitely remove that panel. If you're replacing the light, you got to do it anyway, but if you're doing the battery, I'd say that's a surefire removal thing. Alright, so we're going to tighten this back down as much as we can with the finger. It looks like I'll be here for a little while, so we'll be speeding this part up too. Alright, we're going to get the last part tightened in here, so make that nice and snug, not too tight. And then touch up with this one. Alright, that's nicely done. Don't forget about the breather tube. Make sure you get that in there. That goes right back to where the other battery had it. So they're all set there. Alright, so now what's left is the AC ductwork. So that goes in like so. That's going to go in just like right about there. But before we do that, we're going to plug all this stuff back in. So let's see. Make sure we get this wire oriented right. This goes here. This one. Take it upside down. Yeah. That goes in here. And the last one. Let's see. Tab up or tab down? Only goes in one way, so just keep on looking at it. Yep, here we go. Found it. Tab up all the way to the corner. Okay, everything's in. Before we bolt the ductwork in, we're going to turn on the car and make sure everything runs. All right, moment of truth. Good sign is door lights on. There we go. Key in. So far, so good. And let there be light. Okay, everything's on. Looks like the fuel gauge is starting from 0. It's resetting that. The odometer has kept its position. Let's see. Okay, so wiped out both trip A and trip B, so everything has been reset in that sense. Alright, the lights are off. Let's turn on the climate control so we can get the engine to kick on. Alright, AC is coming on. Battery's charging. And check engine light has cleared itself. All check engine lights are off. Ah, what a relief. Alright, so the car works. Now we're just going to put the bolts back in for this. The one on the bottom is the machine thread. Get that guided in. Alright, once again, don't have to grill it, just, you know, pretty snug. And we can get the sheet metal screw type one that goes into this little plastic grommet. I mean, I guess Toyota could have made both of them machine threads, but they just figured, nah. Alright, so that's basically it for the battery. So all you'd have to do is put the panel back, but I still got this light to change out, so just going to do that real quick. Very easy once you're back here. Pull these two harness mounts here. These are going to be the nuts that you're working with. There's just one plug to undo for all the lights. That should come out no problem. Yeah, well, that's another way to do it. Just pull the whole thing out and find a little doodad to squeeze. Alright, so a little connector right here. Little screwdriver pressure there. It'll come right out. And that's all the wiring that there is. That just stays here. Alright, so then you're going to need your trusty 10mm. And you just need your trusty 10mm. And loosen up these nuts right here. And interestingly, these nuts always just seem to be practically finger tight. So take one off. And the other is up here. Also finger tight. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to rotate the camera. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I guess you can see it from the side. All right. So once you have those out, then the tail light pretty much just comes right out. You just want to pull on it straight, and maybe work it a little bit here and there. But it will cooperate and release here. Just give it a second. Voila. Okay, and what we're going to be replacing it with . All right, and here's the replacement that's going to be going in. New one's going to be the same deal. It's just going to go straight on in. That feels pretty good. What I like to do is just hold it from the outside and get these tightened in finger tight. Get it seated properly. And after that, all you gotta do is just plug into your connector like so. The aftermarket one plugs right in, and just replace both of these wire harness holders that just snap right onto the nuts. And that's pretty much it. So just got to put it back together now. Alright, there we are with everything back in its place. And you can see the Optima spiral battery peeking out. Very cool. So it looks like everything is in order. No extra fasteners left. Also vacuumed out and wiped out the interior back here. And what's really cool is we've got the matching lights now, so we're blacked out on both sides. And I guess we'll see you next time on the next video. Thanks for watching.